Join me as I dive deep into my phone's settings to see if I can uncover all the sneaky ways apps are using features without us even knowing. You know, we all love our smartphones, and we're constantly installing new apps to make our lives easier. But have you ever stopped to think about how these apps are using our phone's features? I mean, we're giving them access to our camera, our microphone, and our location. But do we really know what they're doing with that access? It's no secret that the number of apps we use is increasing every day. And with that, the number of permissions we're granting them is also on the rise. And let's be real, most of us just click accept without even reading what we're agreeing to. But the problem is, many of these apps are taking advantage of these permissions, and it's putting our personal data at risk. So let's break it down. Our phone's camera is being used to take more than just selfies. Some apps are using it to track our facial recognition, while others are secretly taking photos of our surroundings. And don't even get me started on our microphone. It's not just picking up our voice, it's also listening in on our conversations, even when we're not actively using the app. And as for location tracking, it's not just about finding the nearest coffee shop. Apps are using our location to build profiles on us, to target us with specific ads, and even to share our information with third-party companies. The implications of this abuse are huge. For one, it's a massive invasion of our privacy, but it's also a serious security risk. If these apps are misusing our data, who's to say it won't end up in the wrong hands? And even if the apps themselves aren't malicious, the data they collect can be breached, putting our sensitive information at risk. Take, for example, the app FaceApp that went viral a few years ago. It asked for access to our camera and our photos, claiming it needed them to create a face transformation. But what it didn't tell us was that it was also sending all our photos to a server in Russia where they could be accessed by anyone. And it's not just small-time apps like FaceApp. Even giants like Facebook have been caught misusing our data. In 2019, it was revealed that Facebook had been collecting data from third-party apps, including health and fitness apps, without our knowledge or consent. And let's not forget about the infamous Cambridge Analytica scandal, where Facebook allowed a third-party company to harvest data from millions of users, which was then used to influence the 2016 US presidential election. But some of you might be thinking, wait, didn't I agree to these permissions when I installed the app? And you're right, you did. But that doesn't mean you knew exactly what you were agreeing to. Many of these apps are using long, complex privacy policies to confuse us, to make us give up and just click accept. And even if we do take the time to read them, it's often too late. We've already granted them access to our data, so what can we do about it? Well, the first step is awareness. We need to start paying attention to the permissions we're granting, and we need to start holding these apps accountable. We need to demand transparency and security, and we need to start taking back control of our personal data. So, what do you think? Have you ever had a creepy experience with an app misusing your data? Share your stories in the comments below.